Okay. So first time we've ever put ourselves on camera uh, to have a meaningful conversation to hopefully um, teach a bit, but also expose the challenges that we have as we have what are really important conversations to have in relationship. And just really grateful that Kerry's been willing to have this conversation. There's leverage in it for her because she wants to change our diet, and I'm feeling really uncomfortable about this. And she has her own motivation to change things, and I would have my own motivation to keep things the way it is. But we're just gonna try and talk through and try and include the camera in that conversation. So far, Kerry has introduced that she would like to remove dairy, meat,
And
plastic from our diet. So I'm definitely on board with the plastic. Feeling comfortable about dairy, and not over the moon about the eradication of meat. So
And we're changing our supermarket supplier.
yeah. Okay, so can you just tell me a bit more about your motivation to want to change, because that helps me really understand where you're coming from rather than focusing on what I'm losing and me.
I think I just feel differently about food, and I want to make our health the priority rather than your enjoyment.
And
So,
that's what you said you have been
yeah,
prioritizing.
I've had a tendency to want to please you with my cooking, and I don't want to do that anymore. We got 3 kids, and I don't want to be in the kitchen cooking food that you enjoy. I want to just chop up some peppers and carrots and have an experience of being sat down together, but it not being about how much pleasure we get from the food. Just make meals about all of us having something to eat that's healthy, that's come from hopefully non-plastic, that hasn't taken me away from the family, and it will help me also lose weight as well.
Yeah, when you put it like that and say what's important to you, it feels more palatable. Um, so let's look at the detail of what that looks like. You just mentioned a Buddha bowl and taking halloumi out of the vegetable pasta. What other changes might you want to make?
You know the Moroccan meal you love? Your favourite in the whole world?
Yeah.
I'm going to simplify that one.
Yeah, define.
It's going to be a Buddha bowl.
What's a Buddha? What is that?
It's just a round bowl, and you put everything in it in sections, and like a mixture of raw and cooked. So we'll have some little pile of chopped dates and a little pile of pistachios, pile of hummus and a pita bread. But it would be, and a bit of rice in the middle. So you have like grain pulses, so I have some chickpeas and veggies, and
what about feta?
Some of it cooked, some of it's uncooked. I'd like to try it without feta. Cheese is just fat, and it's come from an animal which would have been treated badly. Like, we don't need it.
Okay, yeah, I'm really tempted to defend here and say
I love it as well.
There is extreme, but that's not helpful. My retaliation isn't helpful.
I think if we don't need it, let's go without it.
What about the blocks of the
cheddar?
Blocks of cheddar that making our fridge fall over.
Well, the kids got like a bit of cheese. But like a bit of chopped cheese. And I think we could get organic cheese, cheddar cheese, but not load up.
But we hardly have any feta though. It's like we have half a pack, and we only have that meal once a fortnight. So,
and that pack is £1.20, and it's just plastic. Fat, and it's plastic. Fat. So you said you got a tummy for the first time in your life.
Edit that bit.
Stuff like that.
Scrap that bit.
Oh.
Cut. Okay, yeah, so no feta. What about the nice carrots that are baked in that?
Yeah, we raw.
Why not cooked?
I might cook them, but
Yeah,
right
well,
now I'm just trying to simplify.
yeah, I get what you're trying, and I guess I'm just feeling a bit dictated to about what's going to change. I'm feeling like because that's your responsibility that I just have to accept it, and I'm not really getting a say because of the changes you want to make. And I understand your motivation, and yeah, obviously the truth is I get a lot of pleasure from food, and we've said lots of times that our we connect over food, we connect over coffee, and yeah, I guess there's some stuff I'm not quite ready to give up. So I'd be grateful if we could do it like, okay, we're going to have the Moroccan meal. It's all going to be the same apart from feta. That's quite a change.
Well, how about I make the changes.
So you
so
just
I
gone.
still get
you
my
just-
own way.
you just gone. I
But
like
no,
what you're saying,
but
but you're wrong.
you can feed back because you always
Okay.
underestimate
All
how
right.
much you're going to enjoy my cooking.
Okay. And all right then. So let's pick another meal. What other changes are you going to make?
Mexican.
Mexican. Go on then.
So instead of prawn fajitas,
Yeah, I mean we don't have that very often anyway. Go on. What are you going to do with them then?
Buddha bowl.
A Buddha bowl again.
We used to have that when we were vegan. Remember? We used to love it. All the raw stuff and the wraps and remember the black beans with a bit of cumin.
And the venison burgers.
Well, I've said we can have meat
They're
like
unethical.
twice. Yeah,
It's an ethical.
game is good and organic chicken is good. So we'll stick with those things.
Tuna.
I'm happy to get you some tuna.
Have tuna
it's in a tin,
salads.
isn't it?
Yeah, recycled tin.
We can get line caught.
Line caught tuna, yeah. And the milks thing.
It's up to you. Yeah, it just makes me so I don't eat yogurt, but I'll still buy them for you if you have to eat yogurt.
Well, I'm not comfortable about the plastic either.
No.
But how do you feel about? I'm sure there are recyclable yogurt pots, and you get the bigger pot, and then I can just add fruit in it or something.
Think, yeah, if we do some research then and find out about whether we can recycle them, then we can start buying some big old yogurt pots. I probably still won't eat them because I can go without yogurt. I get certain things.
Okay.
And yeah, same with milk. Like I'm gonna drink different milk, but if you want to stick with cows, that's fine because I've got to get it for the kids anyway. So I'll have it in the fridge, and you can choose what you want.
Yeah, that's good. And I obviously do get to say. I mean, the plastic's doing my head in as well. Wasn't there a milk place where you can go and fill up glass bottles?
I think there might be one in Chepstow, but I haven't investigated.
Because we're both on the same page, and I think that's important, isn't it? Is getting clear on what's your common ground to make new choices. This has been pretty straightforward conversation, really, because I'm pretty flexible, although entitled, and get a lot of pleasure from my food. But yeah, we've established that we both definitely want to get less plastic in the home. That's just driving me mad as well. We don't eat huge amounts of meat, so we're both good with that. Just, I guess, the dairy stuff, the pleasure that comes from dairy is going to be a little bit of a slower burn to eradicate for me. Okay. Thank you, Kerry.
That wasn't too boring.